Okay, Sim fans. Mic check, mic check. All right, we'll see how this goes. So we're going to pre-flight this bird. We're going to Atlanta to MCO. So we're just going to pick up from Atlanta and see how this goes. So we'll see how this goes. So we'll see. Right now, the temperatures look good. I wasn't sure if it was maybe my CPU. I did have my all-in-one chiller crap out of me about a year ago, and so I replaced it. And but no, I'm running MSI Command Center, and it's fine. So I don't think it's that. I checked my router; it seems fine. Yeah, the scenery looks great. It doesn't it, Aces? I mean, the scenery looks good. Just gotta love it. And actually, the Nimbus scenery, you know, what I love about this scenery, Aces and Sim fans, is the fact that you've got this, like, even though it's kind of scripted walking, and these people look kind of funny walking up, you know, back and forth here. But like when you're sitting in, when you're sitting in the aircraft and you actually see people walking around, it is kind of neat. It adds a little bit extra. So you see the people walking there. It adds a bit of immersion. So it is pretty cool thing. Right now, oh my gosh, I hate to say anything, but right now the OBS logs are looking good. So I updated the NVIDIA software. There was an update for that. I know that with the last update, there was some additional performance stuff that NVIDIA has within their driver software that is supposed to enhance OBS and help OBS. So I checked Microsoft updates. My system was all up to date. And aviation, I do that. You're gonna, sorry, aviation. It's aviation. Yes, the scenery looks great. Sorry, buddy. But yeah. So you know, I updated the NVIDIA driver, the NVIDIA GeForce Experience software, and all that. So and so, you know, maybe, I don't know. I do know that the last version, like a big thing about NVIDIA is like, oh, we added this functionality into the driver software that's supposed to help OBS. So I did notice there was an update for that. So I updated that. I freed up some of my drive space. I was running not really super low, but I cleaned some of that out. So appreciate you guys sticking around. I know we lost quite a few, but maybe some people will jump on here. But again, Aviation and Aces, thank you, my friends, for sticking around, and anyone else out there. But we'll go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and pre-flight this bird. And Aviation, thank you for the suggestion. I think this is a good go-between to do Atlanta to MCO. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't have any notifications, and I think both of you had good thoughts. Aces, you know, maybe it could have been, you know, from, you know, maybe it could be the fact that X-Plane crashed and caused all kinds of problems with OBS. I did see some errors though and disconnects before that happened, but that could be. Aviation, you know, you mentioned I did do the replay. Maybe that messed something. I don't know. I still think it's suspect though that, you know, problems from Tuesday night with iRacing, totally different, and then problems we had X-Plane crash on us last Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have better luck, I hope. But hey, you got to try, right? If you just keep on trying. But the temperatures look good. The CPU looks good. The temperatures are looking well in the norm. The clock speeds on my processor, those are all looking good. So let's see what happens. We'll give it another try. All right, Sim fans. So, you know, and as many times as I've streamed, I've never had so many problems within, you know, as much as I've had in the last week. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so to start off with, we got to get our battery on. Turn that on. There we go. Shane, how are you doing? Yo, Shane. Doing I think better, Shane. We had some issues. X-Plane crashed on us. OBS was giving us all kinds of problems. We were having buffering issues. I did some maintenance things on my system just in case it was my system. X-Plane definitely crashing, I think, was my system. And not sure what that was because I like started looking around. you know, and so maybe it was something with ortho. I don't know if maybe it's the East Coast, because like we were flying last stream. It wasn't really East Coast, but it was Southeast. We were flying from, we were flying from, where were we flying from? God, I don't even remember. We were flying to New Orleans, and it crashed when we were approaching New Orleans. It could be something with ortho and X-plane, you know, so I don't know. I got to do some testing, and I guarantee I'll do some testing, but we'll see what happens on this leg. But Shane, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Shane. It definitely sucks, but we'll see what happens, my friend. Okay, so we got the battery on and covered. Let's see, we got to switch it to battery. But so far, I'm looking at the logs on OBS, and it's clean. It's looking good, at least for now. And then I thought, well, maybe there's a memory leak or something somewhere that's happening. So I'll keep an eye on it as we go. Okay, so battery on the DC. Pardon, this is going to take a little bit of time, but we can go through this together, just kind of see how this works. So we're going to turn our master caution off. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the ground services. GPU connect. All right, just running through here. Hydraulic pumps off. Turn those off. Fuel pumps should all be off. Check, set. Then ground power, we'll go ahead and turn that on. Let's go ahead and start our boarding. I've got the beacon and everything off. Just double check that on my Alpha. What I like about this is, like, if you go to the passenger view in the cabin, nothing. You hear nothing. And let's go and start our flight leg. And now you'll hear people, kind of hear them putting the luggage in the overhead bins. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you know, and that's a good thought, Shane. You know, I wondered that too. Like, maybe it's a plug-in or something. So you'll notice we have clear sky. So I didn't load active sky. I just one of the big kind of resource-intensive things I took out. So I just left active sky out. So we'll see. Yeah, Shane, that's a good thought. I thought that as well, my friend. So we'll see what happens. I'll just start with this and leave active sky off, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so ground power is connected. We need to switch our APU to ground. So we'll switch that to ground power. I think that's it. Yep, ground power there. Good deal. Emergency lights armed and covered. External lights, we will go steady, and we'll put our wheel well on. Our seat belts, we'll go ahead and turn those on. Let's go ahead and enter our FMC payload and fuel. So we're going to go over here. And let me check what that is. I've got the flight plan that comes out of SimBrief. You probably all have used that, right? It's pretty nice that it's free. Fuel, 15,500. That seems like an awful lot, but I'll go buy it. 15,500 pounds for fuel. Got that in, and then payload is. Payload, 40,300 pounds. And there you can see we kind of adjusted there as we loaded that up. And zero, let me check the ZFW and see if that's kind of in line there. There we go, now it is. Okay. And then lastly, we need to make sure that we call the fuel truck to add the fuel that we need. And there's our fuel truck, and you can hear them pumping that fuel in. Awesome. Awesome. Let me check OBS. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on it. We're good. It's still clean, guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll be lucky here. Maybe it was just a driver update and cleaning off some hard drive space, and I don't know. But we'll keep an eye on it. So far, so good. Knock on wood. All right. So let's see. Recirculating fans. So we've got these to go to auto, and the isolation valve to auto. Good deal. PAX auto, isolation valve auto. IRS select, we want to go ahead and set that to nav, and we want to go ahead and do a test there. Good deal. Yeah, the payload does seem pretty high. I don't know. I always go kind of with whatever SimBrief says, Shane. You know, if maybe I need to check my SimBrief and see what aircraft is on there, but yeah, it's a little high, I agree. Well, and in the fuel too, that seems like a lot of fuel for this flight, doesn't it? Okay, now we gotta do the FMC stuff, so let's do that. And I didn't update this, as you can see. There's another nav update for that. So, but we'll just go KATL and get this set, and then route KATL, and destination is MCO once again. And our flight number, we're just going to go ahead and say Delta Airlines 642. And execute. Performance cost index is, check that here, is 5. I always put in 1.0 for reserve ZFW, and let's see, what is our, we're at 35,000 feet. Seems pretty high for this flight, but that's okay. We'll do 35,000. Okay, that's good to know, Shane. Okay, so we got to go 35,000 at the right one here. So just go down a little bit here, and nice thing about this is we can just set this to 35,000. And you know what? I didn't get the correct. Well, Miami, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Orlando, what is that? I mean, that can't be very, that can't be that, the elevation of that's got to be pretty low, like pretty close to sea level, I would think. Let's see. MCO. MCO is a whole 100 feet, 96.4 feet above sea level. There we go. All right, so that is set 35,000. Okay, we'll go back here. I think all that looks good, right, Shane? N1, we're gonna go takeoff 2, climb 1. That should be fine. Flaps 5, center gravity, trim 5. Let's see here, 5, so we're good there. All right, V1, VR, V2, 149. Go 149 here. All right. Oh, I was like looking, Shane. I was like 480, 460. Yeah, we're going to Orlando, my friend. Yep, no worries. All good, buddy. Okay, so we got all those plugged in. We're gonna go back to route. So I think we're good there. Okay, so now we want to go departure and arrival. So departure, it looks like we will be doing. So we're going to be taking off from 9 left. So we'll select that, and we're going to do the Smelts 2 departure. Right there, Smelts 2 with wallet transition. So we got that selected. And then let's do arrival. Arrival is 36 right. ILS 36 right. And we're going to be on the arrival of Piglet 6. Piglet 6 with transition OTK. So we got that set. And I think we should be good. Activate, execute. Let's go to our legs page. So Smelts and then wallet. There's wallet, and then after wallet we're going to go to yes. YUESS, yes. And after yes, we're going direct to OTK, so we're going to plug that up there. What do you think, Shane? Looking good? There's a vector, so we got to clear that out. Let's go back through this here. Trophy, Smelts, wallet, yes. OTK, kinda looking for any discontinuities or vectors, and I think we're good there. So last but not least, we're going to go ahead and check. Thank you, Shane. We're going to go ahead and check and make sure we go over to plan. We're going to go out a little bit. I like to zoom out a little bit there. And then we're going to step through this and kind of just like follow, make sure nothing weird. There's our top of climb. Make sure nothing weird is happening here. And we'll come back in for landing. All right. And then we're going to switch that back to map and that back to 10. And there we go, SimFans. Let's go ahead and get our APU started. So we're going to go ahead and forward fuel pump. And then let's go ahead and start our APU. 1, 2, 3, release. And we should be hearing our APU start up. You know what's weird, Shane, though? I mean, like, I have changed nothing in X-Plane. The only thing I've changed in X-Plane, Shane, from, like, all the streaming I've done up to this point. Now, of course, there's been, like, updates to the graphics drivers, and there's been updates to Windows and stuff like that. Like, the only thing I've changed on X-Plane, my friend, is the Zibo. That's all I've updated. And since I updated the Zibo, I've crashed twice now. Now, I'm not saying that's what's causing it, but I just got to think, like, what has changed since my last successful full stream in X-Plane? And the only thing that I've actually updated, I've not updated X-Plane itself. I have not updated, you know, even the graphics drivers I haven't updated until just now, which may be part of the problem, because there was an update for that. But, like, nothing. I've changed nothing with X-Plane except for the Zibo. And I've had it crash twice now since then. So I probably should have checked. I did not check, Shane. Is there... I can't remember what version I have of the Zibo right now. I had the latest as of last Thursday, so there may have been an update since last Thursday. I should have checked for that. There we hear our APU firing up, and it's ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and do the generator on the APU, and we're gonna switch this to APU Gen up top. Beautiful. Bleed switch, of course. Bleed. There we go. AC voltmeter. I almost said voltmeter. Parking brake is set. Ground connection we can disconnect. Let's go ahead and disconnect that. So we'll go home and we'll go to ground surfaces. Disconnect the GPU. Thank you. Thank you so much, GPU guy. We appreciate that power. We're at 2992 for standard pressure, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that. Since we're not running Active Sky, and I love Active Sky. You know, again, probably isn't Active Sky, but I'm gonna leave that out for now. All right, let's see. We hear our passengers are still loading their baggage up, and boy, we need to close this door. And there we go. Yeah, good point. Good point. That's a really good point. I've done that many times, Shane. You're right. I should check out the log and see why it crashed. And I was going to do a crash report. I'll definitely check that. Great point. Yep. Okay. You should be able to look at the log. Yep, saw that. If it is updated as of last week, it should be good. Okay, so last Thursday, yeah, I had like the latest full update and then the sequential patch there as well. Okay. So let me check OBS. Let me check the temperatures. I'm going to be kind of like, I'm going to be kind of particular about this right now, SimFans, because I don't know. Clean. We have not had a single error message at all in OBS. So right now, SimFans, it's looking really good. I don't know. Maybe the update to the GeForce, or I don't know, or maybe the complete shutdown restart. I don't know. Maybe it was the replay. You know, that's the thing about these flipping computers, right? It's like there's so many things. It could be on my end, it could be on YouTube's end, it could be a combination of both, it could be multiple things on my side. I don't know. You know, it's like the whole saying goes, shut up and reboot, right? A lot of times that fixes it. But so far so good. Let's knock on wood. I'll knock on some reconstituted wood right next to me here. Okay. You hear it? Probably not. But we'll see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and call pushback. Our friendly pushback guy or girl. I don't know. Might be a gal. We are going, what runway are we going? We're going 9 left. 9 left. Which way are we facing right now? 27, so we want to go like the opposite direction. Okay. So we're going to pre-plan. Well, okay. Well, we'll go. I think this is right. Does it seem right if I go left there? 27 there. I don't know. It could be the other side. We'll just do that.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged.
We've got to
Call
go.
me through the menu when you are ready.
Okie dokie. All right, so we're going to call her because we're ready for pushback. Request pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Let's go ahead and hit our beacon. So I'm going to go to the passenger. Now watch. I'm gonna watch. Like you can see my Alpha Flight Control. But I'm gonna turn on the beacon on the Alpha Flight Control, and then you, like hear the passengers get quiet. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beacon. It's the little things. I don't know. I dig it. I dig that sort of stuff. It's like the little things that maybe most people that would they would not notice that, but I know all of you would. All of you would notice that sort of thing. It's the little things.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome aboard your Delta flight. As your
I better put those throttles down. I'm surprised it didn't start.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Ready to connect. Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't buzzing me in the at the flight deck that my throttle levers were fully forward. I don't know. Here he comes. And look at, well, I mean, obviously Delta, right? I mean, Atlanta, isn't that one of their major domiciles, their major hubs?
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, releasing parking brake. Shane, what did you say? Okay, yes, no issues, we got this.
Push back, and you may start engine.
If you just call the request truck, it saves you a step. Oh, thanks, Shane. I appreciate that. Well, you know, sometimes we do, Shane. I think like tonight, it probably didn't help that, you know, it kept buffering in that. But, you know, the most I've had in one stream, I think the highest I hit was like maybe at one point it was like either 16 or 18. But yeah, thank you, Shane, for the comment. I do appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining. You know, eventually, hopefully, you know, but you know what? I'm cool if it's just us because we can like chill out and we have kind of our own thing going. So have you guys ever noticed like with the tug when it pushes the plane back? Like, I don't know if it's been fixed, but I've had it where it just starts going freaking crazy and just loops my plane around. It's like, holy crap, what's going on? And so I always kind of worry about it. Like, is it going to start freaking out? But I think I love the pushback though. I mean, you can donate to the developer of the pushback, but I think he deserves it because he's really got a good product here that he could easily charge for and people would buy it. That's what I love about our community is there's so many people that do stuff for free. Like, well, for example, Zibo. Like, what they've done with Zibo. Definitely a hangout, right, Kyle? Kyle, have you landed yet? By the way, wait, sun is setting soon at flight. Okay, you haven't landed yet. Hey, man, you just give it time. Just keep, you know, you just keep plugging away, Shane, and they'll come. You'll find cool people like everybody that's on here. And I honestly, I'm okay with this stream, with my stream staying small, because I like the fact that I can like respond to all of you. I mean, it's great for like, you know, some of the other big streamers, but there's like so many.
Complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
There's so many messages that pass by and not being answered.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And I always want to have like, I want to like know everybody by name, and I don't know. There's just something about it. Just started your descent, Kyle. Awesome. All right, so I got the parking brake on, and you know what? We can start up our engines, SimFans. So we're going to do packs off, and we're going to go ahead and start the right engine. Maybe. There we go. Disconnect that. Oh, I love that sound. So I've got these Aces, you got the same ones now, right? The HyperX. The bass is pretty good on these. So like when this aircraft starts up, it has like this nice rumble that you would normally hear when you're in the real thing. Just love it. That thing starts up. Can't beat the sounds on this either. So
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
there we go. Thank you. Now we're blowing up. All right, here we go. There it comes back down. Continuous. Did you guys notice that? We just had that flame out. That just flamed out. That the engine's actually stopping. Again, never had that happen before. Electric. I didn't turn the APU off. APU's still running. I'll have the same headset. Okay, that engine just stopped running.
With the elastic strap.
What the hell? I've never had that happen. Oh, I probably should take the... Is it even going to start up again? Let's try this again. That was weird. Yeah, it just flamed out. I've never had an engine flame out. I think you're right, Aviation. I honestly, I think the Zibo just hates me. I think it hates me. See what happens. I've never had that happen. Have you guys ever had that happen where the engine didn't like light up? I don't think I missed anything. Look, it's not starting. What the hell? And it says electric. APU's on. What am I missing? Oh, this is painful tonight. I don't know why things just aren't working. Yeah, it's shutting back down. It won't start. Oh my God. You know what? I know what the problem is. You guys know? I totally forgot something. Anybody catch what I forgot? I just realized it. Anybody want to guess? I figured out even without thinking about the checklist. This right here, fuel. I completely missed that. Oh, yep. Shane got it. I just realized that, like, wait, I don't have the... Oh, my gosh. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. One more time. That is exactly right. How did I miss that? Alright, all on. Good. Okay, now. Dummy. This should be better. Yeah, really. That should make a difference, eh? Good grief. There we go. That's better. Alright. Continuous left. Are you telling me it told you electric and you said you didn't understand when your electric was off? Yeah, why does it say fuel? Like it'd say fuel, I'd be like, oh yeah, but it said electric. It's like, why is it saying electric? Like, I think a better indicator would have been fuel, but I guess not. Yeah, it didn't even flame on. Oh, this is a long night, friends. Long night. We'll get there. I'm like all out of sorts with my sim crashing and everything. I'm just like, yeah. And I went away from the checklist, which you never should do, right? Dumb me, dumb me. Alright. So we should get that off, and then we can go continuous. Hey, I eventually figured it out before you guys started saying fuel. But yeah, my bad. Okay, there we go. And switch this to Gen 1. Alright, now... let's see, SimFans. Okay, we got everything... okay, double check on this again, because obviously I missed stuff. And a collision, packs, all right, okay, everything there. Idle thrust, pushback start, done. Engine, all that. Continuous, on. Generator 1, APU off. Get back to the checklist, right? APU bleed off. And packs on. And pitot switch, or pitot switches, probes on. Window, and we do, I typically turn those on, but I'll forget, I know, but I'm just going to do the proper procedure here. So yaw damper is on, flaps to 5. Watch those babies come down. Auto brake to RTO. Taxi lights. Frank Rose, we're just talking about you. Hello, Frank. Welcome back, Frank, to the channel. It's been a while, Frank. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. We've had kind of an off night tonight, Frank. Got to be honest. We almost crashed on takeoff. We had some weird, like, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was like a big major, crosswind or, I don't know what it was, but we almost crashed on takeoff earlier, and then my actual sim crashed, and I think we're good right now. So far, knock on wood, so good. So far, so good. Taxi light on, runway turn light on. Welcome, Frank. Good to see you again, my friend. Right, autopilot. Appreciate you guys waiting for me to do all this stuff. That's up. Flight director on, auto throttle armed. Good God. IAS, indicate airspeed 149, heading, runway heading. What did I say that was? Runway heading? It was 9 left, so let's go ahead and get that switched over to... 090. Okay. And checking our altitude, 35,000. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Oh my God. This has been kind of cruel night to me, SimFans. It has. But you know what? Thank God I have all of you with me, because without you all, I'd be in so much trouble. I really would. I would never make it. Alright, so ABS, that's pretty simple. We did get pointed in the right direction. At least I did something right. At least I did one thing at least right tonight. Okay. Here we go. Track IR working. Reset that and looks good. I'm feeling good about this one, SimFans. I'm feeling good. You know, we've got Aces, Aviation. We've got Frank Rose now with us. We've got Shane with us. Shane being a master at the Zibo. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good about our chances to make it to Orlando safely. I do. I mean, I didn't have this feeling before. I do now. I mean, we've got the crew here tonight. At late night, Thursday night, we've got the team. The team is all of us are together. We've got the crew. We're going to make this work. Kyle, don't want to forget about you. Kyle, you're with us. I feel really good about this flight here, SimFans. Let's see if that holds true. But yeah, I agree. Aviation, isn't this great scenery? It's beautiful scenery by Nimbus. And actually, the nice thing about tonight is we're going to be flying from a Nimbus Air scenery, and we're going to be flying from and to. So we will be going to Orlando, and that's also Nimbus SimFans. So good stuff tonight. Good stuff. I agree, Aces. Proper. See, that's what I needed all of you guys to be here. You know, you guys, you Jerry Maguire me. You know what that means. It's we got the crew. We got the crew. That's what we needed tonight. That was kind of fun though. Frank Rose, you're gonna have to check out the previous stream. It is recorded. It's posted, but you're gonna have to see that takeoff where we almost bit it. There was like wind shear or something that happened. It was, I'll say it was a bug, but maybe it was a freak of nature thing. But it was crazy. We almost died. Oh, you're still in lockdown, Frank? Wow. Are you guys getting vaccinated? All your are you getting the Pfizer and the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines? I mean, are those all readily available to you, Frank, or not? Boeing 737-800. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've had kind of an interesting night, but we're gonna make this work, I think. Just check. We're gonna do the speed brakes. Speed brakes work. Flaps down. Let's go ahead and check and make sure we got 5 on our flaps. I got to roll over here really quick to see. Make sure. Yep, that looks good. As you can see on the Honeycomb cam, that looks good. And I think we're ready, SimFans. Let's do that checklist. Do that checklist, Shane. Glad some of you didn't see the fact that I forgot to turn the fuel pumps on. So Frank, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm like, why is my engine flaming out? I forgot to turn the fuel pumps on. I went away from my checklist and forgot. And yeah. I think we all make mistakes from time to time. I probably make more than you guys do, but you know what? It's all part of the fun. So you guys are so forgiving, so I appreciate that. All right, we're ready to take off. So we're at the holding point. Landing lights on. I can turn those on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Our runway turnoff lights are already on. Taxi lights can come off. I hear somebody coming up behind us, SimFans. Position lights, strobe and steady. It's kind of hard to do it from there. Where's this guy at? I mean, I hear him. It's like making me nervous. Not that he'd crash into us. Maybe he's landing. Is he landing? Or is he just coming up behind us? Where the hell is he? Really? Or did somebody take off? I don't know. Anyway, TCAS. TCAS. Okay, TCAS is ready. Transponder is ready. We are ready. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's see if we can make this. Oh! Pray to God that this thing takes off right this time, because that was scary stuff last time. Jeez. Aviation. You crack me up, and you're right. The seatbelt isn't tight enough. You're all like, just like, what's gonna happen? This guy's taking off. Are we gonna survive? We'll see. I can't make any promises. All right, SimFans, here we go. By the way, Shane, I've noticed this. I'm gonna stop here for a second. I notice every time I go to take off, like as soon as I leave the runway, it's like my throttles come back, and I don't know why that is. Because it didn't always happen, but we'll see what happens here. Calling the NSB there. There we go, friends. Pushing forward on the yoke until we hit 80 knots. Let's see. All right, Kyle. We're gonna have to come up with like some saying, right, for takeoffs. Like, there's got to be something we like say for takeoffs. Like, I don't know. There's got to be something we can come up with.
80 knots.
All right. Take off that pressure. Should have my hands on the throttle. Wait for it. God, I hope this doesn't do what it did before. Let's see what happens. 149's a rotate.
D1, rotate.
Alright, here we go. Look at that guy. Runway incursion!
Positive brake.
Oh, you guys thought I was gonna... You thought we were gonna die there, didn't you? Yeah. Positive rate, gear up.
$400.
400. Thank you, Kyle, for the confidence. It's gonna be textbook. We'll see.
$1,000.
Well, that definitely was better than the takeoff we had from JFK. You guys gotta go check that out. If you didn't see it, you gotta check that out, because that was insanity. Okay, maybe they changed like the volume or something. I don't know. Boeing 737-800. Some ATC controller is certainly going to get fired. Keep climbing out. What do we got for this first one? Alright, 4715. Alright. Right at us, friends. Holding right at 168. Gonna get across our first waypoint here. Grits. Grits. Aviation's being hard on me tonight. A stall is upon us. I don't know, maybe. It could be. It could be. I'm not guaranteeing anything. What am I doing, Amy? I'm hand flying this thing. Turn. Next waypoint. I'll gain some airspeed so we don't make aviation so nervous. All right. VNav, LNav, command. 230. Ah, I hate that. Anytime I do that, it like disconnects my and all right, so we're gonna take the flaps up. I was just trying to make things interesting. Damn it! I got to turn that. I got to here, hold. Nah, I don't even want to go into the menus right now and change that because it messes it up. So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna disconnect the autopilot. I'm gonna re-enable that. Okay. So I got to get that switched because my track IR is mapped to my autopilot disconnect, so I got to switch that, but I don't want to like jump into different stuff. Jeff Minton, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Gear to Off. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, Shane. Jeff, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Yes, I've got the, as Ace has said, I've got the Alpha Throttle Quadrant, Alpha Flight Controls, and I have the Bravo Throttle Quadrant and the Thrustmaster TPRs, and I'll tell you what, Jeff, love them, love them, love them, love them, my friend. They are wonderful. If you can get them. It's hard to get them, so, but yeah, if you can get them, grab them up. Who was saying, was it you, Aviation? Who was saying that they could pick up, maybe it was you, Kyle, that could pick up both for $500, but you already had the Alpha Flight Controls? I think. Can't remember for sure. But yeah, it's hard to get them, but if you can find them, definitely. I'm going to turn the landing lights off. We're going to go ahead and turn off the taxi and the wing. Wheel well, because the wing was already off. And let's do another flyby here, SimFans. Shane, you actually have an Alpha and Bravo for sale? Holy cow, dude. Yeah, they're all sold out, but it sounds like Shane has some for sale. That's cool. Welcome to the stream, everybody. And you know what, Aviation, I was playing it pretty slow there on takeoff. Here we go. I just, yeah, so Boeing 737, I don't know if you're referring to the scenery at Atlanta that we just took off from. That's Nimbus. But we are flying with the Ortho 4XP scenery. It's free. So, you know, you can definitely grab that for free. And I highly recommend it. SimFans, we are still good on OBS. OBS still is looking good. No errors, no disconnects. How's the stream going? Are there any buffer issues? Hopefully not.
As well as available for purchase for the base cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as our fresh food items can be found in the menu.
It does take a lot of room. Let me see here. I wonder if I have. Give me one sec. Yeah, the throttles and air brake flap handles all are included with the Bravo, Jeff. Yep. So it includes that. It includes everything. I'll grab this stuff and I'll show you guys here in a moment what it all comes with. Just like for the base price of $250, which is a steal in my opinion. I think it's worth twice the amount. Let's see here. I was going to check something, SimFans. Captures. Did you guys just hear a bang? I swear I just heard a bang or something. It's really crazy. That's not what I was looking for. Where did I put that? Those banners. I'm not sure where I put that. I was gonna do a studio shot to show everything, but I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. I think I found it. Yeah, here. I've got a studio shot. Hold on. I'm gonna share this. Let's see. Where can I go here? Plus. Image, at source, studio. All right, so there's the this is my setup. So this is in my studio here, and so sorry about the box light there, kind of annoying, but you can see I've got yep. There's the Alpha, there's the Bravo, there's my TPR pedals underneath, So yeah, it's I'll tell you, if you guys can get it, it is amazing stuff, right? I mean, amazing. And I've got the 34-inch Alienware monitor. That's the G-Sync monitor. My computer down here is I've got a 1080, so it's a little dated. Although, have you seen the prices the 1080 is going for right now? So I've got the 1080. I've got 32 gigs of memory. Can't remember the speed, to be honest. 2400. I don't remember for sure. And then I've got the i7 7700K processor overclocked. Liquid cooled. I was just mentioning earlier I had to replace the all-in-one the chiller about a year ago because it died on me. And I noticed like my clock speeds are all like clocking down on my CPU. I'm like, what the hell? And then I was like, wait a minute, I wonder if my chiller's not working. That's what it was. So replace the chiller and then it's all good. And then I've got another computer. You can't see it. It's right behind here. And so like when you guys are chatting, this is what I'm looking at. So I can see what you guys are saying. And then I watch my stream over here on this monitor. So that's my current setup. But yeah, it does take up a lot of desk space, doesn't it, Shane? Yeah, it's a light. This over here, this here is lighting up my green screen. When I hit 1,000 subs, if I hit 1,000 subs, I plan on getting an Elgato like rectangular where like it almost looks like a movie screen that you pull up. Remember the old movie screens that you pull up and watch? I'm gonna date myself, but you'd watch movies, you know, on. And so I'm gonna replace it like an oval green screen. So I'm gonna get that replaced. But yeah, so Shane, this is lighting that up, so I don't have like artifacts and stuff behind me here. If I don't have that on, it looks terrible. And then I've got these little LCD lights to light up my face. That's why, actually, kind of why, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wear the shades as, you know, kind of a theme thing, the aviators, but it also actually helps because I've got these lights pointed at me. Anyway, so that's my studio. That's what I'm sitting at right now in this chair. I've got, oh, I love the Titan chair, by the way. You know, I gotta say something about it though, really quick. I've got a video out on it, and I actually have quite a few comments and questions on it. I like it. You know, it's expensive, and for what you get, I gotta be honest with all of you. I actually thought it would be more comfortable. It's very stiff. It's not like plush or anything. It's actually kind of stiff. Now, maybe that's a good thing because, like, if you're racing or, you know, simming and stuff, I don't know. You don't want to fall asleep, right, at the wheel. But it's actually stiffer than I thought it would be, and there's this little bit of a wobble in it. Like, I mean, so, you know, I don't know. But it's a high quality thing. This is like faux leather. It's not actual real leather, and I like it. But it's yeah, I don't know. But there's my TPR pedals underneath. I love them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe can you still get those? I don't know if you can get those right now. It seemed like they were out of stock for a while. You might be able to get those. I highly recommend them, but I'd wait for the Charlie. If you don't have new rudder pedals, I would wait for the Charlies. But, you know, there again, it's going to be hard to get them probably. Thrustmaster TPR. You know, I got them off of Dell. Can you believe that? Of all places, I bought these off of Dell. And they were like in stock. I'm going to check right now. I want to see if they're there still. But I actually bought my Thrustmaster pedals from Dell. And right now they are... I don't see them. So they don't have them anymore. Because I've had them for probably a little over a year, I think. I've had them. So, but check B&H. You might be able to get them off of B&H. I'll check that really quick. My Pilot Store has them for $570. Amazon has them for $570. Are they in stock? Holy crap, they're in stock, guys. They're in stock for $570 on Amazon. Hold on, I mean, you guys can all find that. I mean, I don't have to share it, but I'm going to share it anyway. But yeah, $570. It's pricey, I won't lie. But at the same time, you get what you get what you pay for, right? My Pilot Store has them for $570. I can't even put the link in there. It's too many characters. But go to Amazon. It's in stock right now. Holy crap, they're in stock, guys. they're in stock for $570 on Amazon. Hold on, let me. You guys can all find that. I mean, I don't have to share it, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So they are in stock. You can get them. So like where I'm at right now, I could, if I ordered within 10 minutes, I can get them by Saturday. Saturday. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. How many keyboards do I have? Yeah, that's quite a few. Well, I've got my wireless keyboard. It's a Logitech, and then I've got the Corsair K70 tactile keyboard, which I like. It's the clicky for like FPS, because I do play FPS. So got to have the tactile keyboard for your first-person shooter games, right? And you gotta have that. Am I lying, Aces? Oh, see, I told you guys. I forget. Can't see, oh my gosh. We'll remedy that with a little window heat. But yeah, so yeah, I've got enough keyboards for sure. For sure. Can you tell me something? Of course you can tell me something, Aviation. Always, man. What type of headset do you have? I need a better one. I've got the, oh, geez, I had it. The HyperX. I can put a link on those. Ace has got the same set that I've got. Let me see here. Yep, window heat, Shane, for sure. I got mine from Best Buy. They're like on sale. What was a HyperX? Trying to remember. Headset. Let's see. Actually, they're on sale right now for $80. They're normally $100, Shane. Let's see. So they're actually $80 right now. A hot offer, if you will. Let's see here. Is it? Oh my gosh. It's RTO. Oh, go figure. All right, here, let me put this in chat. So these are my headsets. Actually, they're on sale right now for $80. Right there. So Shane, those are the headset I have, and they're on sale right now, dude. I like them. Aces, what do you think? I think they're pretty good. Let me turn the RTO. Thanks, Aviation. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. And Shane, you said something about I don't need what? You don't need engine anti-ice. Oh, okay. I'll turn that off. I mean, I don't think I need any anti-ice, to be honest with you. I'm not flying through clouds. But we'll leave I think it's standard procedure to have the wing ones. I mean, you flew it. Dude, you're the crew chief on the C-17. How cool is that, SimFans? Like, we've got Shane R with us. And weren't you the crew chief of the C-17, Shane, in the Air Force? I mean, how cool is that? I mean, like, we have an expert here with us. Awesome. Yeah, I really like them. I mean, Aces, what do you think? Aces, you probably responded. You said that Techgun.com is the TPR in stock for oh, nice, $4.99. Yeah, I think the HyperX, Shane, they have a good bass to them, a good bass sound, a good kind of overall frequency to them. They're pretty good. Yeah, I think I got the engine ones off, Shane. Thank you. Yeah, we got those off. And here we go. We can start seeing again. All right, let me check, SimFans. I've been telling you I'm gonna watch it. We're completely clean. This is good news. This is really good news. Have we had any buffering issues? Have we had any buffering issues, fans? I don't think we have. Yeah, great question. No, it's actually not. I use the I've got a Blue Yeti microphone, Boeing 737-800. So here, I'll go back to the studio, so you can see it right here, my friend. So yeah, I've got the, I bought the stand. The stand is, oh God, I can't remember what it is. I could look it up, but and definitely, get the anti shock. So I've got, I don't know, it's probably kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. But I've got like an anti-shock. There we go. So this thing here, that's an anti-shock. So like if I bump my table or, you know, I hit something, you're not all hearing a boom, you know, thing. So I definitely I'd recommend that. But yeah, that's just a Blue Yeti. Been around for a long time. Yeah, I don't use this. Actually, the microphone I use. By the way, I think Aces and I will be streaming iRacing tomorrow. Aces is getting a Thrustmaster. Aces, what is it? It's a TRS 300 or something like that. And I've got the Fanatec. I've got a Fanatec CSL Elite wheelbase. I've got the Club Sport V3 pedals, and I've got the shifter, full metal shifter, which I think is super duper fun. I like it a lot. And so Aces and I are getting back into, well, Aces is just starting an iRacing. So he did his first iRacing. He joined and did a 2-year subscription on Tuesday. So we did that Tuesday, and so hopefully Aces, maybe tomorrow we will be. Maybe I've got it fixed. Maybe it was the. I'm starting to wonder if it might not have been the GeForce driver. To be honest, I got a sneaky suspicion that might have been it. Yeah, Aces T300 RS GT racing wheel, awesome. Altimeter. You guys keep me on the straight and narrow. I need you guys because I get to talking and I'm not paying attention. So standard pressure. Thank you, Shane. T-Mac, how are you doing? Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. Welcome. Well, okay, great question, Shane. So usually Aces and I, after every live stream, we'll jump into Discord on voice chat, and we'll chat in there. And so definitely feel free, everyone, if you want. After we get done with the stream. Speaking of, how far do we have on progress here, SimFans? Prague. So top of descent, 1701. So yeah, geez, only like 20 minutes away. So we better start setting up for that. But yeah, Shane, do feel free after the stream. Aces, I don't know if you're game for that, Aviation or anyone else, but we'll definitely drop into the voice channel on Discord. Check out SimFans, the Discord link. Aces or Aviation, if you want to throw that back in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. But it's in the details of the video, but I think one of those guys will probably put the Discord server address in there. But definitely check that out. And yeah, usually we'll just, not a long time, but we'll jump in there, and it's a good chance to be able to talk to all of you and hear your voices. So one of the things we'll be doing the first Saturday, keep in mind, first Saturday of every month, my plan, and we've done it for 2 months now, my plan is that we will do a fly-in multiplayer session, Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator, get it. Just because we don't have to mess with like Squawk Box or anything like you do with multiplayer with the next plane, right? But Microsoft Flight Simulator, the first Saturday, SimFans, 8:30 Central Standard Time, and we might be able to change those times, but we will do a fly-in multiplayer live stream. I'll have details on how you can connect to our group, and but this coming, what is it? This next will be our third live stream multiplayer, and you all get to be like, show yourselves your beautiful piloting skills to the world, right? And so that will be on June 5th, SimFans. So June 5th, mark that on your calendar. Join us, and we're going to do, for the first time, we're going to do the voice channel in Discord. So not only can people see how incredibly great you are in flying, Aviation, I'm thinking about you, Mr. Inverted, but also they'll be able to hear your voices as well, right? So they don't just have to hear my boring voice the whole time. They get to hear everybody. We get to have all of your voices on this stream. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I thank you all, many of you, because you suggested that. So we're going to do that for our next fly-in. So do put that on the calendar. I do hope you can make that. But I'm going to open up Discord here, and let you know what voice channel we'll drop into after the stream. Thank you, Aces, for posting that.
Traffic.
Yeah, and exactly a good point, Aces. MSFS, exactly. It's the standard, and that's what I'm running. I'm running standard on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've said this before. I don't want to spend my money. This is me. This is personal. If you guys want the deluxe version, more power to you. I would rather save my money for, the third-party stuff that there's maybe a little more attention to detail and a little bit better flight model, stuff like that. That's just me. I mean, if you guys want to buy the deluxe version, go for it. I mean, there's some extra hand-painted airports too, and to each their own, right? I mean, it's all good. So in voice channel, there's a lobby. We'll hang out in the lobby after the stream, and so we'll go to the lobby. So just go to that Discord, go to the lobby after the stream, and Shane, love to talk to you. T-Mac, 737-800, great to have you on the stream. Thank you for mentioning the altimeter, but love to have you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're building this channel together. I say this all the time, but I look at this as our channel, not just my channel, because it's for all of us. It's really and that's why I like to do the multiplayer on a regular basis and get all of you in there. And hey, Aces, how about we get some more of these sim fans in iRacing? How cool would that be? I think if Kyle's still on, he might be up for that. Heck, Aviation, you joined us for that stream. But Aces, you might want to talk about this after the stream, though. You didn't really you used the Alpha Flight Controls as a steering wheel, but you said it was just too sensitive, and that makes sense because you only have how many degrees of deflection do you have? 180 or whatever. So probably not good enough for that. T-Mac, thank you for joining. 2 days left of school, ends on Monday. Well, T-Mac, you got to go to bed later. There will be a stream on Saturday if you're still here, T-Mac. I know I'm a little delayed, probably 15, 20 seconds. There will be a stream on Saturday. It will be Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. I don't know. Oh! Hold on. I got a little too excited there. I'm sorry. I really didn't need to get that excited, Sim fans. I thought I had... Hold on. Stick around. I got to get this added. Let me see. Window. I have it in my Microsoft Flight Simulator scene for OBS, but I don't apparently have it for X-Plane, so let me add this here quick. Let's go OBS. Where are you at? I didn't mean that. Discord. I've got two. Discord server. Discord server? Well, apparently not. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so there's a Discord server. As you can see, Aces has plenty of anime GIFs for us to enjoy. So we're gonna meet in the lobby. So do check us out. We'll after the stream, if you want to chat, we'll spend a few minutes in the lobby after the stream. It's getting late, so if you can't, that's cool. So here I added these, by the way, SimFans. So for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I've got suggested flights. So post what you want to see in suggested flights for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then X-Plane 11. We have suggested flights as well. So do pop them. Do go ahead and mention what you'd like to see in their SimFans, and we'll try to make it happen. So for this Saturday, I have no plans yet on what the flight will be. So go ahead and drop a comment in suggested flights under Microsoft Flight Simulator for Saturday night stream, and yeah, we'll see if we can't make that happen. T-Mac, thanks again for joining. Appreciate it, buddy. Blue skies to you. Thank you. Immense pop-ups. All right, bye. We'll see you, T-Mac. Great to see you. Seen you on Captain Canada. It's good to see you here, too. Good to see you here, too, T-Mac. Thanks so much. Have a good night. That's all good, Shane. Yeah, feel free. Any of you, feel free to stream on the Discord server. Shane, I saw you over lunchtime, and I was on the lunch break from work, and I know I popped in and we chatted for a bit. You gave me some good tips on X-Plane and Zibo. I haven't really put those into practice yet, I know, but I do nonetheless appreciate the tips, and at some point I'll try to set aside some time to do those things. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, great. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind on this. So Aces, you have Deluxe Premium, that's right. Extra airports and aircraft, yeah. He did. Aviation, he was using the Alpha Flight Controls for his wheel. And what's hilarious, and so I gotta just say something, Aces, because I knew, I didn't even have to say it, I just knew. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let him get iRacing. Try the Alpha. I've never tried the Alpha, so I didn't know. But like, I thought to myself, I bet he buys a racing wheel. I mean, he subscribed to like probably one of the best racing sims in terms of multiplayer that you can get. And like, I have a feeling he's going to be buying a racing wheel. And then he sent the message in Discord. You're like, you couldn't take it, so you bought it. I mean, what, you bought it the next day, right? The Thrustmaster? Because it was in stock, and you wanted to get the Fanatec, but the Fanatec sold out unless you want to spend like $1,700 on a direct drive system, which is insane. So I don't blame you. How's it been going with the stream? Have there been any buffering issues? I've asked that before, but I don't know. I might have missed it. Did you guys say? I don't think there's been. I'm not watching my my other system in terms of the stream constantly. So, Kyle Summers, 2 hours 38 minutes, thanks to avoiding thunderstorms. That's not bad, buddy. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We haven't done a flyby in a while, SimFans. I don't know. Honestly, I think it might have been my system, the more I think about it, because it's been clean, and, you know, like I did a full shutdown, restart, reloaded everything. I cleaned off some my C drive. I'll tell you, it was only at 20 gig free, and I got a 32 gig system, so I like cleaned off like 60 gig off that, and then I updated the NVIDIA drivers, and so I don't know, it could have been YouTube too, or maybe a combination, but I kind of think it was me. But right now I'm just doing one of these, and so far so good. Don't want to jinx it by talking, but I think Aces, you tried that, right? You tried turning down the sensitivity. Let's get some tunes in this place, right? Do you guys want to... Let's listen to some jazz. We haven't listened to jazz for a bit. That's what it is. I was playing electric music, and that caused my computer to buffer because of all the processing power to play... Never mind. Bad joke. All right, so we're going to get some tunes going, maybe a little jazz because it's late at night, and you're all with me still, and I thank you all for that because I probably would have left me by now. Let's see, in-flight music, jazz. Let's listen to some jazz, SimFans. How about that? Chilling out with some jazz. Oh, shit. Sorry, we gotta... Where are we at now? Are we like at our top of descent? I might have missed that because I was like, we need to... Crap. We're getting close. We're not by it yet. I just thought of that. Okay, so I'm gonna check. So we got 36 ILS. Okay, let me share this, because that's what we do here, SimFans. We're all, well, a lot of us are pilots, actual pilots. Some of us are just sim pilots. Some of us aren't either. Let me see. There we go. Adobe Reader. For that. Okay. So there's our route, and 36 right, and we'll be doing the ILS 36 right. Are your eyes red? You getting tired, aviation? Dude, I understand. If you can't stick around, it's no problem. man, no problem. I just appreciate you sticking around because I know I spent probably like 30, 45 minutes dinking with my system when we crashed, and so when my computer crashed. We didn't crash like in the sim. The sim crashed, but we didn't like, you know what I mean. We didn't crash the airplane. But aviation, if you're tired, dude, I understand. No worries. 36 right ILS. So another thing I'm going to share. Let me get that up. Be honest, I'm getting a little tired, sim fans. Be honest. Okay. Air nav. Where are we going? MCO, right? Okay, so let me share that. So we're going to look at MCO. Chrome, and get this up for you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at is we're going to go down to 36 right. So we'll find our Cat 2. Let's go that one. Cat 2. And again, this is all free. So we're going to zoom in. So we're pretty much hitting straight north. And the three things that I really look for is fixed rings. I know. I knew you were going to say that, Shane. I got to get that figured out. And so the three key pieces of information on any ILS chart, there's a lot of stuff here. Don't get overwhelmed, especially if you're just simming for fun. But the key pieces are your radial or your course, which is 005 for this, which again is 36 right. Your localizer frequency, 110.7. And this ILS intercept, which is 1600, the little lightning bolt. So those three pieces of information are like pretty much the most important. And actually you can get all of this within your FMC within X-Plane. Okay, so we'll take that away. And so what we want to set our altitude at over here is 1600. So I'm going to drop this down to 1600 for that ILS intercept. And don't worry, like even if you're flying in mountainous terrain, you're not going to hit the mountains because that's where your FMC comes in. That's like you're looking at this, and this has the speed, and then it has your flight level, right? So you click through here, your flight management computer is going to keep you safe. You still want to do your checks and stuff, right? But yeah, Navigraph, I agree, Shane. It is so worth it. And I have a subscription. I agree. It's so you can have everything up to date. Okay, so we got that set. Another thing I want to show you, if you go over on your Zibo and you go to the INET ref, initialization reference, I think that's what it stands for. But here we got that same ILS, 110.7 and 005. So that's what I mean. It's in here. So all we got to do is remember 110.7. So we're going to go down to our nav and 110.7. Actually, I could switch this over here and then change this to 110.7, then flip it back. 110.7. 10.7. Is that right? 110.7? Yeah, 110.7, and then 5. And so all you got to do here is change this course to 5, right there. And then you also want to do it over here on your first officers. And I'll show you why. Because when we get closer, what we'll do is, see a plane, look at that. What we'll do is we will switch, I like to switch this MFD to our approach system and then leave this as my map. And it just gives me better situational awareness as I'm approaching the airport. So now so the key thing, SimFans, is as long as you have this set to a lower altitude, as soon as you cross that top of descent, let's zoom out. So let's zoom out a little bit so we can see. So that top of descent, so as long as this is lower than your current altitude, your aircraft will start descending. Shane, you said real operations you would descend down to restriction also. Yeah, right. That's a good point. Like to 10,000 feet, right? Should learn to fly the ion approaches, make any approach like an ILS. I will keep that in mind, Shane. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I've done that before. Well, that's great. You guys couldn't see anything I just did. Sorry about that. Let me find reader. There we go. So yeah, that I'm sorry, my bad. So I'll just review really quick. So what I did is I set the nav to 110.7 as we looked at 110.7 on nav 1, nav 2. The other thing that we did is we set the course to 5. Remember that was on the chart. So 005 on the pilot side and the first officer side. And I like to switch this over to approach on this MFD, so I get better situational awareness. And this I just leave this map. I leave this in map mode. To each of your, I mean, if you want to do approach in the left, that's fine. Thank you, Shane, for mentioning that. I didn't realize that was still on there. Yeah. Slightly better, right, Aces? In terms of your deflection, which then it won't be so sensitive. I mean, it makes a small difference, right? From, you know, 1080 to from 180. So anyway, I don't know. I'm sure Shane would be a better instructor for this because Shane, again, C17, and you know all this stuff as a professional. But it works for me. And again, I'm a real world pilot, but I'm just general aviation. I don't even have my instrument rating. I have my PPL. I worked on my instrument. I worked on my commercial. I passed my commercial prog check, but I had a boy, and I had life happen, band happen. I got into a rock band, and I'm a drummer, so I did that, and let my tests expire. I did the CFI and CFII and let those expire, so I do plan on someday going back and doing that. Yeah, that makes sense, Shane. Totally. Well, and that's the other thing, right? Like, if you're on a full ATC, you're on an IFR, route, you're going to be talking to ATC the entire way, right? ARTCC, Air Route Traffic Control. You're going to be talking to, departure, arrival, tower, ground. I mean, when you're on an instrument flight plan, what's this aircraft doing? But they're going to be guiding you and clearing you to those levels. And like an aircraft like this, you're not going to be flying in uncontrolled airspace. So, typically. Hey, that's all good, Shane. You can learn a lot by doing that, buddy. A lot. Yep. Oh, here we go. See, now you can see that we're descending. So we just started our descent. You can see that the throttle's pulled all the way out, and I didn't touch them. And that's simply because we have the auto throttle armed. We got our VNAV enabled. And then so those things are going to allow us to go ahead and have our plane just start descending, as we can see. And while that's descending, SimFans, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back with you. And I gotta tell you, right now it's still smooth. I've got no errors. I don't think we've had any buffer issues. Yeah, don't bump the trim. No kidding, Aces, right? I think we got. I don't know. I don't want to say we got it figured out, but it's looking good so far, SimFan. So again, I appreciate your patience. And actually, I think probably because the flight was delayed, we had a few people that were able to connect, like Frank and T-Mac and stuff, so that's good. So I will be right back. I'll try not to bump the trim wheel or my autopilot disconnect as I get up and go into a spin. Be right back. Are we still in flight, SimFans? I didn't crash, right? Looks like we're good. Better make our call out like we're, you know, we're descending. Let's do that.
Good afternoon, folks. From the cockpit, starting a slow descent at this time. We would like to ask you to return your seats, fasten up your seatbelts for the duration of the flight. Been a pleasure having you on board with us. Thanks for flying with Delta today. I can fly 10 foot from the captain for a round, please.
Doing all right on speed. Shane, thank you for mentioning turning the landing gear to off, because then my Bravo will work correctly. Totally safe when descending. So Boeing 737-800, I take it you're a Zibo flyer, right? You probably have X-Plane and, or just like the aircraft, and that's all good. Maybe you don't sim and you just like to check it out, but either way, man, that's awesome. Got the beautiful Delta livery, SimFans. Again, the Orbix scenery, and I'm telling you right now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're above 15,000 feet, I think it's just as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator. In my humble opinion, I think it's just as good. Now, once you get below 10,000 feet, then it really, you can really tell a big difference, right? So, Boeing 73, I didn't actually, well, I did and I didn't, right? So, all I did is I use SimBrief and I just program all the stuff in, and based on the waypoints, it actually has the information in SimBrief that actually goes straight over, as long, and I think that's why Shane R said, Navigraph 737, get Navigraph, because if you have the updated Navigraph, it's just in the FMC. So those speeds and the altitudes are actually in a database. It's actually a database, and it has those pre-programmed. So all you got to do is now, you know, well, you don't have to get Navigraph if you want to have this stuff, but if you want the most up-to-date stuff, like all these waypoints with the altitudes and speeds, then you want to have Navigraph. And actually, you can base the Navigraph with your type of aircraft. So it'll actually be a combination of your aircraft and the Navigraph. It'll compute your speeds and altitudes. Absolutely worth it, though. I mean, Shane, you mentioned that, and Navigraph, I mean, definitely worth getting. It's good to see you're still on, Kyle, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can change. I mean, like any of that stuff, right? You can change any of it. I mean, if I wanted to be like, okay, well, I want to fly over Tiger at like 280, I could just do 280, and then slash, and maybe I want to fly over it at, you know, instead of 15,374, I could do 15,000, and all I'd have to do is hit that, and it'd actually change it to that. So I mean, all of it's customizable. And we are getting close. Getting close. Okay, standard pressure button. There we go, 2992. We're there on all of your side, because you are all the first officer on this flight. Thank God, because you're keeping me true. You're keeping us all safe. God help us if I'm the only one flying tonight. I think I've proven that. Time and time again, I rely on all of you. And you know what? I think that's even better. I want to rely on you guys. Make you part of this. It's not just me doing this, it's us. Get close. Let's see how we can we butter this, SimFans? Maybe we can butter this. Let's see if we can butter this. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Every time I say that, I'm messing it up. Sorry. Okay, so page 3. Yeah, I could if I wanted to. Yeah. Right there. I never do, though. I just, like here too, runway 36. Certainly could. I never do that, though. Maybe I should. Definitely. 162, 149, 142. Shane, I always add like 5 knots of speed right there. So when we get 40 flaps, I'll probably do 147. But you know what? I'm doing like just standard. I don't have active sky right now, so we got standard pressure and no wind, so. Yeah, I really should in aviation, right? I should really stay away from saying that. Every time I say I'm gonna butter it, I end up like really messing it up. Okay, SimFans, we're getting closer. Getting close to that 10,000. Still doing good on our speed. Florida. Oh no, Kyle, MSFS crashed? Well, you just wanted to watch. I know. It is terrifying. It's butter. Oh, let's see. Let's see what happens. I actually had a good landing last Thursday, although X-plane crashed and had to reload it, so it was kind of weird. Remember, we like had to do a go around and then we buttered it. Wow. I once achieved a landing of negative 61,000. How in the world did that? Shane, really? Why is that? The Alpha? I thought, you know, if anything, that should make it better, bud. I had the CH Pro. What was it? It was called the CH Pro Flight or CH Pro Yoke or something like that. Oh my god. Once I got the Alpha, I was like, this is so much better. Oh yeah. So I mean, you know, well, I don't know. Like aviation says, really I shouldn't say anything about buttering. We'll see if we can't nosedive. Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't say. So we're gonna fly right by Orlando here. Beautiful Orlando. Again, this is the PAYWARE scenery from Nimbus. I mean, how many of you are like flying X-Plane without Ortho4XP? And if you are, isn't it, it's got to be boring, right? I mean, it's like, well, if you don't want to put the time into downloading Ortho4XP, I mean, just go to Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I gotta tell you, X-Plane still has the edge on flight models. And as a real world pilot, I can tell you that X-Plane does feel more real. But I don't know. I mean, I gotta tell you that the Asobo's making improvements, especially when we get some of these third-party aircraft. They're getting better. But if you all were gonna come to me and be like, okay, SimFanatic, you fly the Piper Warrior, you flown the Piper Arrow in real life. What seems more real to you, the Piper Arrow in X-Plane or the Piper Arrow in Microsoft Flight Simulator, even from Just Flight? And hands down, I tell you, the X-Plane version does feel more real. But now, don't get me wrong, the Microsoft Flight Simulator Arrow 3 from Just Flight feels good. But if you're going to ask me which one's better, I'm going to tell you, for realism and what feels right, I'm going to tell you it's going to be X-Plane still. But Asobo, but believe me, guys, when I tell you that Asobo's going to get there. They got a lot of catching up, though. X-Plane, I mean, like, how long has X-Plane been out? Like, oh my god, prepared in FS10? Like, talk about flying on rails. You might as well be flying an airplane that's a train, in my opinion. And I hope I don't offend anyone on that, because I believe me, I was a huge prepared fan. I was an FS10 fan, but honest to God, it was like flying on rails. Where X-Plane is like, yeah, you can do an actual side slip to a landing. You can actually do realistic stalls, slow flight, you know, and slow flight turns and 8-ton pylons and all that stuff. You know, but Asobo will get there. All right, what are we doing here? I've got a hairpin turn up here, and I know Shane's mentioned it before, but I'm gonna go heading right now. So I think I want to go a little farther out. So we're gonna switch that to heading. Yeah, I agree, Shane, for sure. All right, so we're at 240, slowing down to 240. Got to do a flyby here. Oh my God, I'm nervous now, guys, because I don't want to screw up this landing. I really don't. I've screwed up enough of them. I used to be awesome at landing this bird, but I completely really suck lately. Shane, I think they will. I mean, you know, they've got so many more calculations and all the different four main forces of you know, physics on an aircraft, and I think they will. I mean, I hope they will. Yeah, but I want to fly beyond that. Like, I want to fly beyond that and kind of cut in to this dashed line here, Shane. So I want to go beyond that, and then I'm going to make a turn and then intercept the ILS, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's just the way I like doing it. I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but... So we make our approach down to 1600. I just want to extend it out, and I know, Shane, you mentioned something about adding like additional waypoints and stuff like that. I gotta figure that out. Keep in mind, Sim fans, after the stream tonight, we're gonna jump into the Discord lobby, so do check that out. It's the details below, and we're definitely gonna do that. We gotta get sterile cockpit here, Sim fans. So let's turn off the music. Yeah, guys, we're still clear. Not a single error at all. So... You know what? You can really appreciate... Thank you, Aces. You can really appreciate a stable system once you have it stable when it hasn't been, right? 212. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to scoot on over here. I got contacts in and they're like drying out. And we're going to go to approach. All right. So now you can see our ILS, which is off to the left. So I'll leave that there. And then I'm going to switch this. We don't need to be, well, I don't know. That's probably all right. I'll go at 20. But I just want to extend this a little bit out. And then once we get turned around, and I'm going to put in some flaps. Alright. Will he butter? Oh man, the flyby of pressure. Exactly. Good grief. I know. Actually, I'm going to use the heading control in here. Just to, I want to see if this actually accelerates if I switch this. So let's see if it goes faster. So as you can see, I'm using the Honeycomb. It doesn't really. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, it does. See how much I have to, because the diameter of this knob isn't fast enough, right? Which kind of sucks, to be honest. A little bit farther. Woo! There she goes! There we go! Okay, so now we're getting our self-adjusted here. I don't know if that's going to be quite 45, but give or take. That's close. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit the approach. That button right there, SimFan. So what that's going to do is that's going to intercept this ILS on the right MFD. So when we see that magenta bar come to the center, it's going to take our aircraft, and we're just hands off flying right now. In theory. I did not, Shane. I have to check that out. I did not download the Zibo profile for the Bravo. We have to do that. Now I'm going to drop this down so we can get a little closer to see where we're at. So notice we flew by this waypoint. It was going to have us do a hairpin turn. And so I just extended down so we can get a better angle at this and have more time for our approach, because as all you pilots, real pilots out there, it's all about, and sim fans, you know, sim enthusiasts, you know, it's all about the approach. Don't try to take an approach like in a high turn and try to land it. Get set up ways away and get all your you know, your speeds adjusted, your feet per minute, and your vertical speed adjusted. We're gonna start turning here to the left, and I'm not touching a thing. See, here we go. Nice. All right, here we go, SimFans. So again, we are going to be taking runway 36 right. And so if we're looking at the runways, because of course we can see 4 runways ahead, right? So there's gonna be the terminal and center here, so we're gonna take the one on the left, but the farthest to the right. Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Makes sense. And our ILS intercept is Jacor or Joker, I think is what it is. So this one right up here. This is our ILS intercept. And I don't know, Shane and the rest of you, like, yeah, the scenery, aviation, it is beautiful, isn't it? So, I mean, it really is. I mean, like, sure, I mean, it's satellite imagery, so, you know, other than the autogen stuff, you know, it's flat, but I mean, even at this altitude, it still looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? I agree. I agree. I mean, if you're flying X-Plane without Ortho 4XP, you are really, really missing out. Extend our flaps a little bit more. What were we at, Shane? Was it 147? I wanted to hit 146, so about 146. More flaps. All right, let's go ahead and put the gear down. So I'm going to hit the... I think this is like one of the most fun parts, right? When I get it to go boop, and you get to see the LED as the gear come down. Watch this as it goes green. I love it. Just love it. 146. Now notice it switches here, so we got to keep bringing that down manually now. You might be right, actually, because I usually do 40. Shane? Oh, auto brake. Landing lights. Wing light on, wheel well on. Almost forgot to put those on. Coming in flaps 40. I usually go in at flaps 40. Alright, and we'll go flaps 40 once we hit our intercept, which is we're getting pretty close to. All right, let me double check the checklist here. Ah, shit. It's too late for that. Last notch of flaps. All right, Sim fans, here we go. Cheers to you. It's nice knowing all of you. Happy flying, and see you on the other side. I don't know, because I did. It's a pretty long runway. We'll do 2.
1,000 feet stabilized.
All right, yep. So here we go. Sterile cockpit. And now I can just hit this thing because it'll be all right, here we go. Did they say 500 yet? We'll do it the right way. We'll hit this disengage. $500 disengage autopilot. Turn that stupid thing off. $400. Auto throttle off. My airplane.
$300. $200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers. Got a little off center there. Way off center. Go for 80 knots.
80 knots.
80 knots. Auto brake off.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened.
Where should we go? I don't know. Where's the terminal? We'll go left. I'm paying attention to the. I should have studied the airport diagram. Thanks, Kyle. Listen, didn't come in at negative 61,000. Agreed. 737. Agreed. We did make it. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Strobe off.
Checking it.
We made it, Sim fans. We made it. Little off center, but we didn't boing it, right? Thank you, aviation. We didn't bounce it. I think we did a pretty good job. I was definitely off center, but we landed it well, I think.
Once again.
Thank you, Sim fans. I appreciate that. It helps my, you know, you gotta I gotta get some confidence built in here, right? Wing off. Wheel well can be on, and we'll go to steady. Now let's see, where do we want to go park this at? Should just go park it somewhere. I mean, we don't really need to go to a terminal, do we? Do we want to go to a terminal? To the right? Okay. All right, we'll go to the right. Thank you, Aces. Let's go ahead and start that APU once we get ourselves kind of... See, that's why I need a first officer that can, like, flip these around here. We can do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let go. Best landings are with the gear up. That's great, Shane. Hey, I appreciate, you know, Aces, Aviation, Shane, Kyle, 737, good to see you. I don't know if you've been on here before, but nonetheless, great to see you on here. And the rest of you, thanks so much for joining. And even those of you, when I started the stream earlier and had problems with my stream, you stuck around, and I can't thank you enough. I appreciate it, all of you. Shared cockpit would be cool. That's coming, man. That's actually coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator if it's not already in there. I don't know. Isn't that already a thing? Maybe it's not yet, but it's coming. Where's our terminal? I probably have to back... Hold on a second. Let's take a look, because I'm not quite sure where the hell I'm going. Let's go free camera, and let's just cheat. Oh, I need to go over here. Okay, well, we're gonna... All right, that's okay. We're taking a wild goose chase here. It's all good, my friends. All good. Aces, it's already possible. Okay, man. Yeah, we gotta test it for sure. That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Boeing 73, thanks so much. I appreciate the sub, my friend. Thank you so much. Great to have you here with us. We're going to have a lot of fun, 7.3. You need to... I don't know if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator. You probably posted in there, but it'll be a fun... Keep in mind, the first Saturday of every month, we are going to get together and do a multiplayer fly-in, and we'll be on Discord voice, and again... give you all a chance to be streaming yourselves live. And you probably already have your own channel, and that's great. I do check out, when I get subs, I do check out the channels. I do. And I sub as well. If you got content, I definitely sub as well. So, thanks, 7-3. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome to our small community, but it's growing. It's growing. All right, so we're gonna make our way back. Oh, I love Tolis, Shane. Tolis is so, oh my gosh. You know what? I really should do more flights in the A319 Tolis. I really should, because it's a great aircraft. And I know aviation, you're gonna say it. Airbus is so much easier to fly than the Boeing. And I agree, it is. But when you're not used to it, and I'm just giving you a hard time, my friend. But it is easier overall, but I'm so used to the Zibo and the Boeing that it's just like I say, it's like backwards to me. Like the flight management computer, what is it called? The AD something S or whatever it is. It just seems like backwards to me because I'm so used to the Zibo. All right, Sim fans. Here we go. Do you suppose we can find an open gate here? So we pull in. Jim Minton, right at TWA. 2 automatic, yeah. All right, let's see. But this is a good scenery, right, Sim fans? I mean, this is the Nimbus scenery, and I think they have the people walking around inside. I think, if I remember right. We gotta find a jetway that we can pull up. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah, see, I mean, you're with me, right, Shane? Because I honestly, it just seems backwards to me. And I know it's easier, or so they say, but I don't know. I'm so used to the Zibo, but then I'll fly like the Tolis A319. I'll get used to that, and I'll be, oh yeah, well this totally makes sense. It makes more sense, and I always do the screen backwards, right, with the up and down buttons with the Tolis. Like this isn't the way it should go. There we go. Oh, he's gonna a little bit more, and there we go. All right, Sim fans, parking brake on. Okay, I'm gonna disable the track IR. So I don't make you all dizzy. Let's actually do this. I threw my checklist down because, for dramatic effect. But we're in parking position. Taxi lights need to come off. We're blinding our guy. Parking brake is set. APU generator switch is on. Got those on. APU bleed on. AC voltmeter to APU. Done. Check. Set and check. Engine 1 cut off. So we're ready to cut off the engines. 2 and 1, and we'll hear those powering down now. Master caution off. Wheel chocks, I'm not going to worry about that. And ground power, we want to turn on, and I don't know, is that available? It's not available. I don't know, Shane. Here goes our jetway connecting to us. Awesome, awesome, blossom. There it comes. Almost, almost. And where am I doing? Here we go. So we're good there. We'll go home. We'll go to ground services. GPU connect. Now we can go up top and turn on our ground power. And so ground power is on. Where are we at, SimFans? Ground power on. Doors open. Connecting on. I think I got that right. I got that already. Okay. Doors getting ignore. Seatbelt off. Off. AC voltmeter to ground power. 1, 2, ground power. APU is off now. Turn that off. APU bleed off. TCAS I'm not going to worry about. Yaw damper off. Pitot heat switches and probes off. We're going to, of course, turn the window heat off. And just clean this up. Switches to off. So we'll go to off there, off there. Hydraulic pumps all off. Dun, dun, dun. Our fuel all off. Good deal. Master warning is going to be external lights all off. Off. And of course we got to turn this all stuff off, and then we're going to turn this off, and there we have it. SimFans, there it be. Let's do a replay. Well, actually, I'll do the replay at the end. So we're gonna jump. We're gonna conclude here, but we are gonna jump after the replay section because we got to watch our landing because I didn't bounce it this time, so that's good, right? Give me some credit, right? I'm improving slightly. I'm still not perfect, but we are improving, SimFans. So again, thank you so much, SimFans. Really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, Aviation Spotter. Of course, Ace is down. Shane, great to have you here. Kyle, as always. Of course, hey, new sub 737-800. Glad to have you as part of the group. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining. Jeff Mitten. I don't think Frank Rose is any longer here. Frank Rose and all of the rest of you, thanks so much for joining. We're going to have a lot more fun, continue to build our channel together. There will be a Saturday night stream, 8:30 Central Standard Time. We'll be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Go to Discord. Tell me where you want to go. We'll go wherever you guys want to go. Just throw some comments in there. Tell me where you want to go, and we'll do it. We'll fly there. So again, SimFans, thanks so much for joining. Stay safe, and as always, blue skies. We'll see you in Discord, or we'll see you Saturday. Bye, my friends. You just had to do that, didn't you, Aviation? Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for the $1 dono, Aviation Spotter. Thank you so much.